what's going on, guys? Cage here again. This is back to day 3. This day overall isn't really hard. There's a couple of tough fights, but I'm gonna try to help you guys get through that. But first and foremost, there's on day 2 of Ryu. I remember, if you guys remember, I did talk about the rapid fire with the bow. On this day, I'm gonna actually talk about something else also very important. And actually just recently learned this. It doesn't really have a name to it, but for the purpose of this guide, I'm gonna probably call it dash canceling. Since this first fight really isn't really hard, so I'll probably just talk over it. Alright, so what is dash canceling? So pretty much, you know how when you do a dash or a dodge or whatever, they dodge and then they run a few steps at the end, and then after that they recover and they'll be able to block. So what you're essentially doing with this dash canceling, you see how I'm doing it right here, you'll see it in a second. You're stopping the running steps and you're inputting another dash. This way it'll make you more protective, and then you'll be able to get out of a situation you normally wouldn't be able to. You see how I'm doing it right here? So how you do that? It can't be done because everyone knows there's 2 ways to dodge. There's holding on block and then flicking the stick, and the other way is just running and then tapping L1 or left bumper on the Xbox. So this one has to be done with holding block. When you hold block, you're gonna dodge. When you dodge, it's almost like an instant. You have to flick the stick again, but it's like a rhythm, and I would recommend, just like I recommended with the other one, practice it in training mode. But this one actually isn't as hard as the shooting with the bow. You do it a few times, you're gonna get used to it. Just like anything else, practice makes perfect. Now, I was actually fearing the Dino boss before I started this day, but honestly I took him down pretty quickly, and he's actually pretty easy, so when we get to that, I'll explain my strategy to that. Alright, so this first fight's pretty introductory, and just so you guys know, if you guys are after the trophies or achievements for the kills, you can actually farm them on the bugs. The bugs do count as kills. So you can just find a bug nest and just keep spamming kills, and that's it, until you get your trophy or achievement. I think later on in this level I might be upgrading my Lunar to max, if not the level after day 4, I forget what. We'll be using that mostly on day 5, I believe. Day 4, not too much. And here you really shouldn't get hit, but obviously I was sloppy, so I paid the price. Alright, so climb this wall, kill this guy. I think there's a total of 5 scarabs in this level. Get this first one right here. Now for the dogs, I know everyone hates the dogs, and I'm one of them as well. So what I tend to do for the dogs is just do an on landing 360 triangle or Y, and when you launch them, you hit them 2 times, and then repeat it over and over again. And you're gonna see right here. So that was a failed one, but you can see right here. And repeat over and over again. Now the on landing actually works different than it used to in Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla, you could just spam it to your heart's content. Here, I guess they did it for balancing purposes, but honestly I don't give a care. I personally would have liked it the original way. But you can't repeat it. You have to do an attack in the air. Like, so example, you have to hit someone. It's like a hit confirm. Here, before you run out there, go really up here and then shoot these 2 machines. Because if you run out there, they're going to fire at you, and you're going to have to deal with enemies anyway, so make sure you deal with that first. Alright, so what I like to do here is I start with an on landing. UT, you know, get a few kills up. I think I get grabbed like twice here. It's kind of funny. And I have no health and I end up beating this, but don't. This is another thing about the guide is I make mistakes just like everyone else, and hopefully you guys won't make the same mistakes as I do. I'm actually very stubborn right here. I didn't use any health upgrades, and currently just beating day 5 after the at where I'm at right now, and I still haven't used the health upgrade. And I should have used one at day 4, but I didn't, and that comes next. So when I get to that day, I'll explain everything, and you'll know why once you see the test of Valor. And yes, my streak for the test, excuse me, my streak for the test of Valor did break at this level. Not because it was hard, but because the game thought I didn't block, and I got punished by the boss and died. So that happens, and I've learned to accept it. And if you hate Van Gels like I do, you're not going to be happy, because the test of Valor, if you're going to do them on difficulty or not, you're gonna have to deal with them either way. And there's actually a fight after this, I think. Yeah, the one where you're inside the base. You're gonna fight a bunch of them. And that recently earlier when I just got hit with the power attack by the noob. Yeah, and I call those guys with the white noobs. Just pretty much what they are. I was actually trying to input a cicada surge, but it obviously didn't come out. And here I thought there was more enemies, but there's not. And here I kind of let the controller go because I was trying to get a drink or something, but break this thing off. Now what I like to do here, once I come upstairs, is going to be 2 rocket launcher guys and I think 3 tactical ninjas. Shoot one guy. If you can't shoot the other guy, I didn't get a chance. Do it. If not, then just flank swallow the other guys so you can get a beheading. A very good dealing combo that works on a lot is square, square, 3 squares, and I think 3 triangles. Another thing about the enemies like these, the tactical ninjas, when you're holding and doing an all landing or doing a charge, a lot of times they'll rush you, and then they'll do a steel on bone grab, and I call it steel on bone grab because it's a grab with the red aura, and it prompts the steel on bone if you do it correctly. And here it actually loaded forever here, so I just skipped that, and I did die here, so because I was trying to do an on landing and the Van Gel grabbed me out of the air. So yeah, that's fair. So your main thing you want to try to do here is try to get rid of these noobs first, and then you can deal with the alchemists. There, I thought I actually got an alchemist, but I didn't, sadly, but whatever. Now, it would make your life easier if you bought the Eye of the Falcon and shoot those guys from the air instead of stopping and then shooting them. But I refuse to buy it. I might just buy it later just for, completion's sake if I have enough money. But right now I'm pretty much buying what I really need, what I think works, before I do anything else. The weapons I use the most, I'm going to be buying those, of course, and have the dragon sword. The alchemist, once this comes out, it'll be the same tactic I introduced to you in day 2. Nothing new. We've all been through this. See, I hate when that happens. Like and launching an alchemist like that randomly is not easy. I thought I was gonna get here. I got lucky. And then he's too low for you to follow the zoom drop. Same as I mentioned in day 2. Hit a heavy attack, triangle or Y, to break their armor. Preferably when they're standing, not when they're powering up. Not when they're powering up from the ground. Because that way, sometimes when you're powering up from the ground, and you do that, it's gonna blast them far. Now here I thought it ended. That's why I was gonna switch to scythe. That was a misinput. See what I mean when you do that? No, this day overall, I don't like, and day 4 isn't anything better. I actually hate day 4, but nothing will get more hate than day 7. And when we get there, let's find that, of course. Alright, so you can pretty much play keep away and just spam UTs over and over again. Now here, I thought this was the last alchemist. I think once I kill him, I get an ultimate technique. Yeah, I do. Which sucks because right after this idiot dies, I think I get, yeah, Vangelis. So what I tend to do, 360 triangle on the ground doesn't work bad either, but what I do is on landing 360, square, square, and then repeat. For the most part, it usually works really well, but at times they back up like idiots. Also, one other thing I hate about them is, besides them being the most overpowered enemy in the entire game, when they're dealing, they tend to play keep away. Look at this. And later, and I was holding block, and of course, nothing happened. And here I couldn't move, so I had to take chip damage. You make your priority those idiots. Now here, I hit triangle to obliterate, but it missed. He tried to grab me, and it missed. And I got hit with a rocket. So, free damage for obliteration missing, which is completely fair. These guys, I usually like to deal with them with the, you know, Jinren Maru, or I'm going to just refer to it as a Dragon Sword, because that's technically what it is. Just a different cloth, I guess, or whatever. But it is Hayate Sword, so, yeah. So yeah, I would hardly advise you to master that dash canceling that I explained earlier in the first fight. It's so good, like, you can escape situations you didn't think you would. And no recovery, so it's, I mean, you recover at the last dash you do, but other than that, it's pretty safe. And like, I don't dash normally anymore, I only use that now because it's so good. And remember about the bow technique I taught you guys on day 2 at the end of the boss on day 2? Well, you can see how badly it rapes these helicopters, all 4 of them. Destroys them so good. Like, I died here, but, just look at this. Now, I think if you attack the nose, and don't get too greedy, because if the rockets come out, then you're gonna get damage, and damage on this mode is a no-no. Or at least try not to. See, that's already 2 down. Not a scratch. There you go. That's 3. No damage yet. I don't think I get hit. And there you go. That's all 4 down in a matter of like, what, 15-20 seconds. Now here I hate this part, because I think it's like mandatory damage and you can't avoid this idiot right here. Or maybe you can, I'm not really sure, but I think I've avoided him on my hard walkthrough. But here I messed up, like I wasn't sure when he's gonna come out. But yeah, this is another nasty fight here. It comes to like, close to like death. That's how bad it went. And as mentioned, of course, I'll be doing the test of Valor. The boss for that is Alma. And again, as I mentioned, if you don't like Vangelis, well then you're gonna have to look somewhere else, because they're in that test of Valor and they're super cheap. Not to mention that, but they come with dogs. So the 2 worst enemies in the game, well, actually not really the worst 2, but Vangelis obviously take place number 1, because we all know that. Like, they don't even have like a stagger. Like, if you hit them sometimes, they'll just go through your armor, through their armor, and they'll grab you or something. It's so stupid. And let's see here. This fight's pretty stupid, really. I mean, I don't even know if you can. I haven't even tested this. I don't even know if you can actually skip this. You might be able to just climb that wall and go on top. It would be funny if you can actually do that. Last guy, not really the best time to toy around with an enemy, and I had like no health, so literally almost one hit maybe hit me, would kill me. But I was like, whatever. surprisingly got an A for the time. That was like the most worst fight I ever had. Also, something to note, anytime there's like demons, sorry, mutants, the mutants are the snake enemy, some people like to call them chimeras, I'm not gonna even bother fighting those enemies, because I'm just gonna spam UTs, because they're a horribly designed enemy. They're a horribly designed enemy. It's, especially the snake. That thing dodges so much, and like it doesn't, like there's not really one good combo that I figured out or tried, because it's there's just so unfair. Like it weaves from side to side, and then you really can't hit it much. By far the worst enemy for dodging is those stupid sliders. Oh my god. Like it's, you're trying to attack thin air, and it just dodges everything. Now there, I think if that hits you the nest, I think it takes some health, a little bit, not much, but every bit of health counts. I honestly should have just cropped this part out because it's so stupid. It's pointless. And I just cropped it all the way till you enter the base. But whatever. Let's see. There's not too much to talk about this day. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward day. Nothing really hard. Except if you want to call it a Dino boss, stupid. But I was surprised I managed to beat him. Not my first try. Maybe I think 2 tries, one or 2 tries. But if you don't have your scythe maxed out, highly advise you to max it out. And that's pretty realistic. Blocking a rocket with a steel blade. 360 triangle, or Y hold, and then release. Now that right there was actually a failed input, but it worked out either way. I was trying to do a guillotine throw, but I should know better that that guillotine throw hardly ever connects. Like it's so stupidly unbalanced in this game. Like I kind of find it like pointless. Anytime I find a chance to steal my blunt, I'm gonna do it. Just because, especially if it's an enemy I hate. Like those armored thugs, they're not hard, but they're stupid. Now, if you notice here, this is a totally different part compared to vanilla. That again was another guillotine throw. That was another guillotine throw miss. I actually do manage to get it here. Look at that. I mean, I'm hitting him, but he has so much armor, he's blocking everything. No, I guess probably the best thing to do is to slide into them, to interrupt them, to, like, you know, make them kneel down a little. I thought that door was like endless. But again, yeah, really master that bow. I should have just countered because I know he's gonna attack. But master that bow attack, to cancel the rapid fire, because it's gonna play a really good role. Like day 7 when you fight the old fart on the Hot Wheels farm, which is what I call it, which is the last form where he's going from side to side. Oh wow, a guillotine throw actually really worked. That is gonna be very useful. That move is very good. 3 squares and not 3 triangles, or if you're on Xbox, 3 X's and 3 Y's. You see here, this is where I was almost like, is it ever gonna end? And one more guy. Toy around with him a little. How does he block that? Like, I don't get it. There he goes. That should teach him some respect. Alright, so here I was thinking the crystal skull was down here, but actually it's on the top one more floor, because I know you have the wall run, and then I screwed up, of course. More enemies. He's gonna do is steal a bone. Bye. Nice meeting you. A few more enemies here. Rocket launcher guys, be careful because you have I had a few close calls here. And you want to try to go into the crystal skull with as much health as you possibly can. Because your health doesn't regenerate if you die. Your health regenerates if you die and quit. So unless you're planning on using a health upgrade, be careful. Like there, I think I tried to dodge, or was I trying to do a Cicada surge? I don't know which one. Okay, that takes care of you. I don't know how the health bonus was a D. I didn't really get hit too much, I guess, because I guess if you get grabbed, it's like automatically a D. I don't know. Or it goes down to 1 or 2 letter grades. Alright, so we're about to start the test of Valor here in a little bit. And you're going to see a transition once I go into it, because this is where I died, so it's going to be the scythe instantly. I'm going to be charging ICT here. Honestly, you can just spam UTs the whole time here. And you see how that noob died? There's actually I think like 3 rocket launcher guys. If you hit their head, the noobs, they instantly die. Like whether you shoot the arrow and hit their head. So if I wanted to take my sweet time and shoot these guys in their head, they'd die instantly. I like when I actually should have waited a little bit. That way I would have got the steel ball. Okay, so I think there's like a couple more guys. One guy comes out of nowhere, like, where'd he come from? And he thinks he's going to be able to do something, but no. Yeah, this next wave, this is the killer wave, I'd probably call it. I think it's the Vangels and the dogs. Horrible wave. Horrible. I've gotten here so many times. I think I've died like 3-4 times on this mission. Did you see how glitchy the Vangels are? Look at that. Look at this. This is real time, folks. I mean, nothing is... Look at that. Nothing stunned him. He grabs me right through it. I was surprised I even got away with that. Look at this guy. This guy's retarded. It's like he's gotta go pee or something. So same strategy I use for the dogs, I use for the Vangels. And I think this builds a decent amount of Nimpo. But obviously I have a full Nimpo bar, so... The moment you cut off an arm, go right to them and obliterate them, because they show no mercy, seriously. I'm surprised I escaped that. Also, if you cut off an arm, their like #1 thing right there is they're gonna be... I got lucky with that. They're gonna try to backdash, and they will try to get away with you every time you get close to them, so you won't finish them off. Now look at this. I'm so lucky that happened, because I don't think I would have got grabbed. Now there's one more wave, and then it's the boss. And this wave I think is the armored thugs or the berets. I'm not sure, one of the two. That was a fail on landing because the game I think decided to load when it shouldn't have. Now that was a fail in Europe because I'm supposed to hit square 3 times instead of I'm so used to hitting it twice for the Dragon Sword. But for weapons like this, you're supposed to hit it 3 times. You're gonna see here, that's all I'm gonna be doing right here, this whole wave. It's obviously not the best way to gain your key, but yeah, that enemy is probably very close to number 1 after the Bengals. That this thing, the slider, or I like to refer to as Falco Brother. Alright, not much left to do here. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, you could just chain ETs like I said. I thought he was gonna do the throw, but whatever. And that little shit has so much health, that stupid Falco Brother thing. Look at that. And it's gonna do like a torpedo kick, I think, later. I'm gonna get hit here, I think, or I'm not sure. Maybe it's after. No, it's not. No, it did like a little dive kick or something. And I was like, when is this piece of crap gonna die? Like, finally. So now I really have no health, and me being very stubborn, I refuse to use the healing health upgrade because I figured this is day 3 and it's too early to waste the health upgrade because I need as many as I can for the later days, like maybe 7, 8. Now I'm gonna get hit with that attack. How? I don't know. But you see how that dash cancel works? Like, it's, if I did a normal dash, I would've got hit by that. Right here. Like, I was holding block, but whatever. That was a failed input. So I just let it into an on-landing. I was trying to do a wind run, which is the homing jump, lead into a flying swallow, but I mean, it's one thing to fight the game, but fighting the game and the controls is a tough battle. I mean, overall, I think this is a great game. The female characters addition was a very good thing. And you can do so much here. And it's pretty random. Sometimes she gets up, sometimes she doesn't. Like if you do the first follow-up, first combo, and she gets up, that means the loop failed, and you gotta have to hit her again, flying swallow again. So once I knocked it down, I was like, please don't glitch out, please don't glitch out. Because I was like, I don't freaking feel like doing this again. And going through that Van Gelder wave again, it's not fun. So I managed to get the loop down, killed her, no health upgrade, now I'm gonna get full health. And I'm a happy ninja. Alright, so where we left off, got an extra 50 Gs. Haven't even cleaned off my scythe yet, but whatever. There's more killing to do anyway, right? Alright. This fight isn't really hard, but be careful of these stupid idiots though, the jetpacks. Cause I'm gonna get hit with 2 straight rockets in a row right here, I think. No, the next guy. I think it's that guy. 1. The moment you aim, the rocket's gonna hit you. The moment you aim, it's like they programmed them specifically to shoot the moment you aim, which is complete bullshit. I mean, and I was actually playing a Ninja Trial before, and we failed because that happened. And as you can tell, I'm not really one to wait for Steel and Bone unless I have to. It depends on the enemy again. If it's pieces of shit like these, it's not hard. I'm telling you, that move is good. Learn to use it. That's the counter search. And if you're wondering what happened there, because I know it happened a little too fast, I did a Scar Surge, then I kept adding more pressure on the enemy, and then I did a 360 triangle, or Y, and I'm not sure if they had iframes, but I did have, I think it does. I think almost every 360 move for every character has iframes. And here I was going to wait for the steel button, and then I led the 360 into a hold 360, which means I did a 360 spin and canceled it into just a regular UT charge. That's what I meant. That's what I mean when I say hold. I think, yeah, I got lucky here. How that guy teleported there, don't even ask me. But I did 360 to protect me. Anytime you're surrounded, it's very important to do a 360 T or Y, triangle or Y. It helps protect your back, obviously. As you can tell, I'm probably most comfortable with the Dragon Sword because that's my most weapon I use with him. The Lunar, honestly, after playing around with it a lot, and for those of you who've been waiting for Lunar gameplay, look no further. Day 5, for the most part, is only like Lunar, except for specific fights. It's an awesome weapon. It just sucks it doesn't have a steel and bone chain. You see how fast I'm moving right there? If I didn't do that downward strike, I would have got hit with that hold attack. And again, remember, I'm not sure what day it was that I stated this, but when you end an OT, almost always, not always, but try to lead with a hold. And I see how you can cover so much ground like that. And I hate the brutes and the snakes. They're so annoying. When I say brutes, I mean these guys right here. The worst enemy. Well, the Vanguard takes the prize one. But there's a lot of bad enemies. It's not that they're hard or anything. It's just the fact that they're not designed well. Now that's dangerous. If you get hit with that move, say bye-bye to your life bar, because it's not gonna be there anymore. You can see it takes so much damage. And you'll see on, I think day 4. I was just out of reach from that, which is very good. No, here comes the Griffin murder sequence, I think. Yep. My recommendation for these, pretty simple. Pull out your scythe, wait for the glow attack, and then just chain the whole thing. It just happens, it just finishes it so fast. Look at this, and you'll get a lot of points. Your bloody rage meter will go up to 3.0 easily, without even really trying. Also, every time you do, I think, every time you change Steel and Bone, you get an extra 0.2 added to the meter. And I think every time it's at 3.0, every time you change someone, I got my Eclipse Scythe 1000 kills trophy. And I think a few more enemies and that should do it. Now I have my Bloody Rage. I'm going to try to gather them so they're all like parallel. And just take them out. I could have done a Steel and Bone there, but I was like, yeah, whatever. Again, you see when they're surrounded, you do that too. You just wait for them a little bit. They are so grab happy in the Griffin murder sequences. Like, there you go. I mean, just wait for it. It'll come out. It won't even take long. See? I mean, it's like the only thing it's the only form of aggression I think they have. Now, if I didn't get, I don't know how I got hit. Maybe because my health went low, I don't know. But most of the time you get like double S's, it's not hard. Alright, so we're coming to the next scarab here. It's gonna be right on the right before you enter the building where the plants are. There in the corner, and this fight's pretty simple. The next fight's a piece of shit because it has dogs and the ghosts, which are the invisible guys. And the next scarab's actually here, but I'll get it after the fight because this idiot ambushed me. And the game decides to load right here. Just perfect. It loads like in the middle of a... I guess you'd probably call it a QTE, I'm not sure, but these guys, my strategy, the shuriken, you see the guy puts his head down, you can follow up with a drop. Simple, easy, fast kill. Now you have, I think, until the time they lift their head fully straight up before you cannot launch them. Like so, be careful about rocket launchers because they do spawn pretty fast. Take them out first and then deal with the rest. Now it is actually best, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but it is best to miss the square to hit them. Now here I was trying to do it on landing, but it didn't work. And I lost so much health. Health I could have used, but whatever. I'm still gonna get through it. Now there, I knew the rocket was coming, that's why I canceled it. There's I think one or two more invisible guys, the ghosts left, and then, our friends, the alchemist, shows up. But they're not hard once you get these noobs out of the way. And then I was tired of dealing with them. I think there's one idiot left. I think I'm gonna behead him. Well, there was one, now there's reinforcements. Well, what good is reinforcements if they can't do shit, right? No, quick note about the alchemists when they're shooting their ball thing that the guy was gonna do. When they start powering up, they're gonna be looking towards your direction, of course. But if you move, they're not gonna hit you. Like, they have a specific line of sight and they stick to it. They only turn so much. Like, see how slow he turns? Now he's not gonna hit me. Those cubes that they make, you can break them with just a shuriken. I'm just sick of it because I'm trying to fight these alchemists, but at the same time, I always wait for that. By the way, always wait for it. It's an easy steal on ball, and you don't even have to really time it. It's that easy. I'm trying to get that noob down to the way because he's the only distraction. And usually, there's always like one runner that comes at you. Also, another thing is if you're gonna do a flying swallow like how I did right there, now you see how I'm behind him? He's not gonna turn because he commits to a specific position. And if you move, say, behind him, he's not gonna catch you. Wait for him to get up. Triangle, forward triangle, square, square, triangle. Y, wait for him to get up, Y, and then do forward Y, X, X, Y. Simple. I always do the underworld, so it's forward triangle or forward Y at the end. So now this guy's almost dead. I think I do get 2 S's here. I thought that was gonna hit. I was gonna jump on him, but whatever. Or I get, no, I think I get 2 A's. Yeah, 2 A's. Alright, so we have our 2 less scarabs that we're gonna get. Right when you climb the stairs here, just go all the way to the other side of the stairs. I almost forgot it actually. And I have to fall off, and of course there's an invisible wall you can't climb, so I have to go back up here, climb the stairs again, make my way here. I'm not really 100% sure how to dodge this stupid dog that interrupts you, but I still managed to get through it with the shitty health I have. He takes so much health. Now that's what I was talking about. If you remember on Ayane's day, because some of the sound, I don't know how it got cut off. When the dogs hit you, and I don't know how I got hit there, but when the dogs hit you, they do like a potato chip sound when they bite you, which gets so annoying. Like it's already annoying enough. I hate you. And then you do this annoying sound effect. I know when you're pretty close to that. You see this? I freaking hate that. And I've noticed something about the way the AI behaves. It's nothing. There's nothing smart about it. It's all stupid. It's all grab, grab, grab. The only thing about this one is most of the grabs you can punish them with the steel and bone, which is great. But they still behave the same way. I noticed I actually managed to do it as a drop. That was a failed input. These guys do so much damage, be careful. Okay, so I got that Scarab. Pull out your Dragon Sword here, unless you're going to use the claws or something else, but like I said in day one, I'm not going to be using those claws. I'm going to be using these specific 3 weapons. And here I thought the spawn point was here, but it's actually just a bit further. Once you see your life bar come out, that's when the battle's going to start. You're probably going to only get a level 2 charge. My tip, most of you would probably say, hey, why don't you use your Nimpo here, but it's only 2 enemies. Always flying swallow them, make sure they get dropped down like that. You see how it dilemmas? See how he gets away? That's so stupid. Okay, now as mentioned, obviously in day one, and I don't know how I got a C for the time. It's so stupid. Pull out your scythe because this is what kills bosses the best. And learn to use it and get used to it. Now here I'm just going to regenerate my health. I was debating whether to save the Inferno for the Dino and just shoot it at him, but I've seen one guy have a glitch with the Inferno when you shoot it at the Dino, so I was like, I'm not going to risk that, because I'm going to have to do all those fights again, so I did die. So my tip here is start from the start of the battle, go right under him, and then start 360 T or Y, triangle or Y. Now the maximum charges this guy does is 4, so if he doesn't, most of the time he drops at 3. Stay under his feet till he gets the chrome on his legs, on his body. Now if you're too far, be careful, especially when later. See, now he has the chrome over his body. Now be careful. Also another tip, if you don't jump, he drops down much faster. Don't get too greedy, because if you die here, you're gonna have to do that whole life bar again. But I mean, Scythe makes it so much easier, but still, I mean, damage is damage, and safety, it's better to be safe than sorry. And when it stomps, I'm sorry, not when it stomps, when it does the, I got lucky there, when it drops itself down, the gust that it releases like there, if you don't jump over it, you're gonna get hit, or dodge your time your dodge, sorry. Again, like, see how, be cautious. I could have went in there and attacked him, but I would have probably gotten eaten. Don't get too greedy, have some patience. That's all I can really tell you. As far as attacks go, I would probably recommend just doing 360 triangle or Y. Once it screams like that, you can go ahead and finish this phase off. It's going to kick you off. Now here, my luck, and I managed to do this on my first try, which I'm completely surprised, because they're usually bullshit scripted scenes like this I usually tend to die on. But I don't run, because if I run, he ends up sticking to a wall for some odd reason. So my way is just dodge, jump, dodge, jump, dodge, jump. But also, if you're gonna do it my way, the moment after you jump over this next pile of bags, the sandbags, just don't do the run jump anymore, because Ryu will freeze at the door. And I've done that before, and I know it. So just let go of the drone jump and then just run, that's it. Alright, should be almost done now. I'd probably say gain whatever health you can, if you have any. And, yeah, I don't know why I stood here for a little bit. If you have any upgrades or anything, just purchase them now. If not, then just carry on, kick this guy's butt, and move on to the next day. Right here, obviously dodge, and try to mash triangle. I'm probably the worst button masher here, but I'm usually bad at these button mashing scenes like this. But I think the most you can do is that set amount of damage. I guess it's scripted to set that certain amount of damage. But again, this area is actually worse because it's a small area. So don't get too greedy. I do 2 here, 2 360 triangles are wise. And also this guy is an asshole because he fakes his death like that. And he's gonna fake it like once. Like when you hit him, he's gonna scream. And that's the 4th one. Yeah, also don't be greedy. Here he's gonna be like, since you're down, I'm gonna gain my health back. Why not, right? He's gonna do the max, like I said, the maximum he charges he does is 4. Most of the time he does like 3. Well, yeah, that's really it, guys. I hope you guys found this day helpful. Practice that dash canceling because it's really a lifesaver. If you have any questions and you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up, like and subscribe. The rest of the guide is almost complete, and I will have it up ASAP as soon as I can. So yeah, this is Cage, and I will see you in day 4, my second worst day that I hate. Not because it's hard, because I just hate it. It's a stupid day, but yeah, good luck with everything, and you take care, guys. See you later.